portals, are you hoping to see more bouncing back and forth or long stretches of one game?
Ah, man, I just want to see a good race, and they're off! So these runners have a choice to make at the start. They can go straight into Link to the Past to the wealth of items and, of course, the true meta play, or they could go and see if there's an item on Vanilla Morph Ball location. Of course, usually the plays go to Zelda, but I still... Actually, you know what? I want one time the item to be in Vanilla Morph Ball to be something big.
Looks like we're not going to see it just yet, because they are indeed both heading into Link to the Past.
We have missiles on the island. We probably won't see them picking those up. Ooh, Link's house is a big heart. And we got a divergence. It looks like Wesker's going to say hi to Uncle. And Osse is doing the South Shore play. I usually see players go for CAC first. So this is a bit different. We got ourselves a map check. I saw Pendant on Hera and a Crystal on Eastern. I did not see Desert. Did you get Desert?
Desert was Crystal 4.
Awesome. So Crystal 7 was at Eastern Palace and Pendant on Hera. So
Dam Chest is an arrow capacity upgrade, and Uncle is 50 rupees.
We're going to see the second torch chest. This is a torch if you didn't grab the torch in your house in the vanilla game. Which is another 50. Ooh, nice early money. It looks like the tree pool was also 4 red rupees. So Wesker already has himself a good amount of money to go to Kakariko. And we got our first power bombs from the Drain Dam.
And then a pack of missiles in Sanctuary. So the power bombs will be handy in Super Metroid once the Morph Ball shows up, but of course there's no telling when that'll happen.
Yeah, that's why most people don't go towards the south play, because if you don't have bombs, you can't go to Mini Moldorm. But looks like we're going to get our Kakariko checks up at the same time between these runners.
Looks like Wesker's heading up toward Lumberjack Ledge.
Yes, so we'll see if this is a potential Aga seed.
He's also got that 180 rupees or so he's going to be absolutely fine to do CAC, even if he has to buy bombs.
Which he did start with bombs. He did find one bomb, which is pretty big. And Lumberjack today is another missile pack. We probably won't be seeing that one picked up either.
Yeah, so we'll only need to do Aga if it's required for Dark World access then.
Yes. Which has happened. I mean, it's possible. Now, mind you, speaking of Aga, we are still on V29 with this logic for the combo, which means we're not always required to have K for Aga, like what's in the current V30. Lamp! That's a growing mushroom lamp right there, if I've ever seen one.
Osse's going to get that real shortly. Meantime, Wesker's into the pit, and out of that, he'll get the Spring Ball.
That's 3 seasons in a row where Spring Ball was like the first or second Super Metroid IM, and it was required to do a Spring Ball trick in the 3 seasons I commentated. So this is looking like we might have another Spring Ball trick for us today.
Are you referring to the one that gets you across the moat and toward the wrecked ship?
Possible. Now, I'm also including a hard logic trick that was forced on the hard logic weekly earlier this week, where they had to do a Spring Ball jump. But Spring Ball over the moat is now in logic.
Yeah, that was one of the changes that version 10.1 made, if I recall correctly.
I hear it's controversial for that change. Now, is Osse doing Houlihan now? That's what it looks like.
Meantime, Wesker's into the Kakariko well, finds 3 bombs, 4 more chests. And yes, it looks like Osse is setting up Houlihan.
That bomb is that bomb chest is very good. That's going to save Wesker like $50. And a blue mail, more power bombs, and the first sword.
How about that? That's a pretty stacked well.
Now, here's the thing that now makes things a little bit more worrisome for our runners. We have a lamp, and we have a sword. If we find Cape or the Master Sword, that would put Aga into play.
Great. Meantime, hcfwesker is checking Blind's basement. There are 5 items here. Osse's buying himself some bombs. Wesker finds more bombs. Energy tank for Super Metroid. Heart piece. And a red rupee. And there's one more item in the
Osse's going to be very disappointed when he finds all those bombs in CAC. But it looks like he's going to say hi to Uncle now. Or possibly he's going to do Bomb Hyrule Dungeon. Let's see, the Bio-Vindle gives out Morph Ball!
Ooh, not even 6 minutes in. Very nice.
I buy that for $1.
And a lift upgrade in the chicken hut.
CAC is stacked today, people.
Like Stackerico Town.
More bombs!
Wow!
Can someone put free next to the seed, because this seed is looking free.
Alrighty, got Wesker heading to the library, as Osse is indeed doing the castle dungeon. And library is just 50 rupees, so that will not require the Pegasus boots.
We're going to see what's going on with the race game. And race game today is a big 20. Ooh, nice bomb placements for his first Super Missile pack.
That was really good.
I wish I knew that in my few races I did last week.
Wesker has reset to Sanctuary, is heading over to the west.
He's going to the back of Escape, which is probably where Osse's going to be going, but you know, and Wesker with the lamp, that also puts Dark Cross into logic. So if he finds the small key back here, he could just go straight to Dark Cross, which he does.
Yeah, there it is.
And the flippers!
And a heart piece.
Now, Zora is fully in logic, by the way.
You don't... Vanilla logic does not require flippers to get to Zora because he's the one you get them from, right?
I'm talking about all of Zora area, like his ledge, the waterfall cave, the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about the whole area right now is in full logic. There won't be any fake flipper moon pearl today for water walking.
Gotcha.
Like, now if Wesker decides to go to South Shore, he can now do all the dam checks, the mini Moldrum Cave check. He can go to Ice Rock Cave. And then loop that around to Hobo, then Waterfall Ferry. It will be an insane routing decision. That's what he's going to do right now.
In the meantime, Wesker found the map in Dark Cross, so... Ranger Avoid, I'm not sure how you set up Houlihan when you have flippers.
Now,
Not the setup Osse did, at least.
There's another set... I think there's, 4 or 5 setups? But the next easiest one to do requires boots, and unfortunately we don't have boots yet. So Osse does have the lamp, so he will be able to go and get himself the flippers as well.
Yeah, he's running the escape the way the vanilla sequence expects it, correct?
Yeah, basically. But he doesn't have a key, which the key's in the back of Escape.
And I don't think he got his power glove out of the chicken hut. So
he has not done any of the Stackerico checks.
Got Wesker heading to Mini Moldorm. always nice to have a weapon that doesn't take ammo for this particular section.
It's always nice to have a weapon, an actual weapon for these guys, too.
There are 5 items back here. So we see the one of the rods, I couldn't quite tell which.
I think that was the nice rod.
That's a bee in a bottle, and super missiles, and a red rupee. I didn't see the second.
We do have Sick Kid now.
Right, because bottle is what opens Sick Kid, correct?
Yeah, as long as you have a bottle, Sick Kid is like, oh, I'm so sick, but you can have this now. 8 bomb drop for Wesker, very big. And since he has boots, he can just swim over. I guess he's skipping Ice Rock Cave for now. He's going for the 4 checks he could do up here.
So there's Zora's Ledge, King Zora, and then here 2 in the Waterfall of Wishing.
Yep.
Arrow capacity and arrows.
See what we
now,
gain.
Wesker does not have Zora money, so we will not be seeing King Zora unless the ledge item happens to be a 300, in which case he can grab that and loop around.
And it is! What? Well then!
I can't believe I called that!
If this isn't a sign of what the game wants you to do. Mind you, he has to take 2 laps around this screen, but, I mean...
Not having to come back here later is definitely worth it.
So Osse is about ready to catch up on items. He'll probably do the back of escape here soon to get his flippers, and then he'll probably be making the same deduction.
So Osse is basically doing now what we saw Wesker doing a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, he just finished Kakariko, so now he still has to do Mini Moldrum Cave, which I think he's doing that now, so he won't be getting his... Wait. He just debated me. So now he's going to do back escape. He'll get his flippers. And only
Zora
a piece of heart!
Zora's just got a little piece of love.
At least that's one check we won't have to see done. And more likely Osse will be doing the same play when he gets there. So now I think we gotta go to Super Metroid. No, wait! Actually, Old Man is now in play.
Yeah, Death Mountain is in play. Wesker did not check Ice Rock Cave, so that's still available.
He won't be going back there. That's way too far of a check now.
Okay, so where's Wesker heading now? Can you tell? Oh, he's heading for Death Mountain.
Yeah, so he's doing it the non-flute way.
Seiryu, Ice Rod was in Mini Moldorm.
Now, there's still also Eastern Palace. There's a potential up to 6 items in Eastern, which, since we have Lamp, another item is in Logic up there now.
That's 6 prizes, you mean, correct?
6 prizes. 3 from Shirashila, plus 3 from Eastern you can potentially grab, unless one of the items is on Armos.
Got it. Gary ponies up a little piece of love.
Now we could check Spectacle Rock while we're here, or Wesker.
Yeah, he can head right to the Super Metroid Business Center from here, but he looks like he will check Spectacle Rock first. Meantime, Osse's got his Mini Moldorm check-in, so we'll see where he goes from here.
Now, we'll be interested to see if he goes all the way to Ice Rock Cave, because that's what Wesker decides to skip. We have a heart container on Spectacle Rock, and inside Spectacle Rock is a green rupee.
There are 2 of those in the item, correct?
I believe so. So it looks like we are going to Business Center, and we may just see him do Brinstar while he's down there. He has 10 power bombs. That's the best amount of power bombs for Bryn. He's going to hope for some more missiles right here. We got Quake as our first item. And another heart container.
He also does have the morph ball bombs, so he doesn't need to worry too much about the power bomb count.
Most of the items in Green Brins... Screw Attack and Ice Rock Cave. What?
Ooh. Not essential, but it's very handy.
Basically kills anything that's not a boss in one hit. And Osse's going to be making his Super Metroid play. So Wesker got himself Quake. Now, the reason why I say they like 10 power bombs is because there's a lot of items in Brinstar that are hiding behind power bombs.
Right.
Is Osse going for... Oh, yeah. Osse's going for infinite verticals right now to get to the power bombs at the ship location.
Landing site. And yet, infinite bomb jumping is explicitly expected by the logic for even for normal. So this could be something.
I do believe it's what? Can fly, yes. And
Wesker's over onto Kraid.
And we only have a missile pack up here. Not going for it. I figured he would because they've only found only a few missile packs so far. Oh, another big 300
rupees at the Kraid missiles.
So that's our dark.
Osse's going for the gauntlet. Now, these wall jumps are not in logic on normal because they're very tricky.
But if if anything else, you could quote unquote infinite bomb jump up here. So this is still in logic.
Oh, okay. Osse's got to be real careful, though. Even though he does have the screw attack to clear through the blocks, that acid will do a ton of damage since he only has the power source.
Wesker with the quick kill!
No buying that DLC today.
Ooh, a nice E-tank.
Well, the Chozo that's vanilla.
An extra E-tank and gauntlet's always appreciated, just in case you do mess up.
Yeah, definitely. And Osse is through the gauntlet. There are 2 items in this room, but you gotta be careful because of the crumble. There are crumble blocks you gotta fall through. Lining up, and he gets grappling beam and a vanilla missile pack.
So Shaq Tool win.
Hopefully never.
Ooh,
Nope tank at Kraid E-Tank. Missiles at Terminator Energy Tank. And it looks like Osse is going to be heading down to Green Brinstar.
So it looks like we're going to get all of our Brinstar checks in reverse from Wesker. So they're going high 5 here in about 5 minutes.
Now, the early Supers room, the first room on the right, is not in logic because you're expected to do it the normal way. The mock ball trick that Osse is going to go for here is not expected by normal.
And we're going to see in Spazer room more power bombs, which is nice to have. Plus more bombs in I really don't know what
Reserve.
Reserve. Okay.
And the early Supers item is going to give us a heart.
Wesker is not
backtracking.
Not if he's planning about this.
He probably doesn't feel confident in his ammo count to do the gate glitch in Green Hill Zone. So my guess is he's going to transition back to Link to the Past, save and quit, then hard reset to respawn in Super Metroid.
Oh, when did Osse find X-Ray?
Must have been just now.
Did he just find two fairies in a bottle right next to each other?
Yes, he did. And meantime, Wesker is doing exactly what I said.
Oh, the Hyrule Dungeon had X-Ray. Okay.
Thank you. So that's 1 piece out of 3 of the microwave strat for Super Metroid.
And our gift from the Eggcoons today is $20.
So he gets a very tight mock ball, so he avoids having to fall down the shaft a little bit. Saves about 5 seconds, I'd say. And Osse is on his way to Big Pink, as Wesker is on his way to Green Brinstar. Wesker actually has 2 other checks he can make here. He's going for one of them, the Bomb Torizo. And then at the vertical shaft over to the left, over to his left in the parlor, there's Omega Missiles, the last item you pick up in 100% item collection run.
We got the swag net.
Bugnet at Pre-Mission Impossible. And Wesker will have to fight the Bomb Torizo because the trigger for the fight is actually having the Morph Ball bombs. But he's got plenty of ammo, so he's just going to tear Bomb Torizo to pieces. And it's that easy. Meantime, Osse, those who are not aware, this room Osse's in is Big Pink.
It's because it's big and it's pink.
Osse looks like he's going to set up for the Wave Gate clip. That takes advantage of Super Missile Acceleration, so it passes through the gate without interacting with it and opens it from the wrong side. He gets it first shot, very nice, for the other Green Rupee. And yeah, Wesker is checking Omega Missiles.
I wouldn't be surprised if he turns this into a full-on Retro Brin check.
Wesker or Osse?
Wesker. Going into Retro Brinstar, Blue Brin.
Right.
Because he can check Old Mother Brain, he can check Vanilla Morph Ball, Billy Maze Room. Flute at Spore Spawn!
Now, the way Osse got back there, that was another trick relating to Super Missile Acceleration. Fired it in such a way that this block you're about to see him shoot out, right there, had to do that so that the Super Missile hit the block off screen, and in the meantime, Wesker found sword upgrade number 2 at the Old Mother Brain Room.
Aga is now in full logic, guys. We could very well have Moon Pearl and Pyramid.
Wesker now heading down to Retro Brin. Osse is in Green Hill Zone. The two of them are only about 2 or 3 screens apart right now, actually.
What?
Sword upgrade! On the pedestal.
What's with this sea putting everything like right next to each other? We had 2 fairies right next to each other. We have 2 swords right next to each other.
So I'm guessing that Wesker is going to take the meme route out of here and head to Green Hill Zone, and he didn't pick up that sword because he's going to do it on the way out. Okay, now we do not charge beam. Okay, now this check is not in logic for Osse because grappling beam is not in logic. Wave beam. Talk about items being clustered.
Remember, Can Fly? So he got Grapple Beam from the end of Gauntlet, and he could have gotten there with Infinite Bomb Jumps.
Oh, right. I forgot the logic accounted for Infinite Bomb Jumping to the Gauntlet. Magic Cape at X-Ray Scope.
So that cape is also in logic, which means Aga is now in even more logic. Billy Mays with gravity!
How about that? But no Varia. So much for clustered items, huh?
Well, Someone else in chat pointed out two beams being right next to each other before we saw both wave and charge. Now, Supers has been a very hard to find item here. Mind you, by the way, with IBJs, I do believe this is also in Logic. So, oop, it's a tight timing there, but I do believe this is in Logic with IBJs.
There's also the damage boost you can do to get up to it, which he was going for, but couldn't get it.
There's also a very tight wall jump you can do too. Oh, he needed to stand up there. He almost had that. All he had to do was stand up.
Looks like he's going to reset the room and go for the damage boost again.
Yeah, but with Charge Beam, we now don't need to worry about Super Missile counts as much.
It'll still be handy until Spazer or Plasma shows up, because until you get one of those, that'll be the Super Missile will be better DPS.
Boom!
Oh!
Eastern is now fully completable.
Wesker is now into Green Hill Zone, and it looks like he's not going to check Big Pink. Which is not a bad call.
No. He wanted to get Green Hill Zone before Big Pink.
Oh, you're right. Meantime, Osse is fighting Kraid, so we'll see if he buys the DLC.
Oh.
Yep, he bought it.
We're going to see Kraid in all of his curves. Look at all them curves. So yeah, Wesker with the Temper Sword. I would not be surprised if he goes back to Link to the Past after checking all these Bryn checks. He has a flute. He can now fully clear Eastern. Maybe Moon Pearls in Eastern, which then would mean he could go to Dark World.
Maratho 18 makes a good point. Meridia is in play because of Gravity Suit, at least part of it.
He's going to be really wanting Speed Booster, at least for that, if not, Grapple Beam, but he doesn't know where Grapple Beam is yet.
Yeah, he can get as far as the Aqueduct.
Yeah, he'll want Speed Booster for like Main Street, Aqueduct, and to get to Batoon. Of course, I mean, they find the Moon Pearl, then they can just backdoor Meridia. High jump boots would be very nice. I think with all these items they have right now, they now have more checks in Link to the Past they can now do.
Yeah. Wesker's making his way toward Green Brinstar, basically doing the reverse of what Osse did.
Which makes a lot of sense, especially, because you never want Orphan to check. But, right now in Zelda you have the flute, which is big. That means you can now go ahead and go get your screw attack if you want. Osse's back in Link to the Past. Flute will also lead to a Sick Kid check.
Looks like Ossie's just checking Spectacle Rock before he does anything else.
Chat showing some concern for me. I completely understand, man.
Inelis, what are you seeing that's pointing toward Ped?
Yeah, I see nothing pointing toward Ped right now. We can't even get into Hera yet. We need... I don't know. Anyway, everyone stand salute. It's everyone's favorite goose.
So Ossie is now checking Stick Kid. And it's $20.
Also, Ossie's going to be checking the hobo, which he did not do.
hcfwesker backdoor checking the gauntlet, so he now knows where Grapple Beam is. So question is now, is he going to go for it?
Ossie got the single arrow, by the way, from the hobo.
The Vampire Skewer.
Wesker is going to go for the gauntlet.
Looks like he's going to save to refill first.
Or is he going down Red Tower? It looks like he's going to landing site, which we know was just a missile.
Going for the mid-air start bomb jump, which definitely saves a little time. Desert Ledge is $55. And it looks like Ossie's gonna check Agina's cave now?
Yep.
So we need Book of Mudora to get into Desert, correct?
That or Dark World access, and the way... Well, now it's just Dark World access, Mids and Dark World access now.
Wouldn't that require a mirror too?
Yeah.
Agina's cave is just missiles, and Ossie's gonna save and quit. Vitamin makes a good point. He could theoretically get to Desert through accessing the Mire area through the cross-game portal in Lower Norfair.
Wesker's going to go ahead and go grab his grapple. He did check it earlier and saw it was there.
Wesker's going to have a rough time of this, since he doesn't have that screw attack. Ossie is checking. Ossie's. What what did he just get out of the...
So in the vanilla game, you could throw biles in the well in order to get free green potions. That's randomized in these randomizers. So now he can get himself a free blue potion, which is the best potion in the game.
I knew you could do that. I just didn't know. I just didn't see what he got.
Blue Goots. It's what his item is right now.
Mountain Dew Voltage.
He's about ready to get disappointed with Zora.
Wesker gets the double crumble fall, and now has his grappling beam.
So I will not be surprised if Wesker goes back to Zelda now and then goes straight towards Eastern. Osse was saying because he knows he missed something.
Osse hard resetting again, and we'll see where he goes from here. Mind me, the damage boost trick is it is a trick you can do in the vanilla game. It is coded that way. It works how it's meant to work.
So Osse's going to go towards wrecked ship. Wester's looks like he's going to go awaken his bird.
Mode item is vanilla missiles. Osse crossing the moat with the grappling beam, the way God intended you to do it. Taking a slow check at the bottom of the ocean. For an energy tank, that's always welcome. Meantime, Wesker is back into Link to the Past, and he's heading to the west. What could he be heading for?
Bird.
Oh, right.
And sick kid, and then he knows he skipped Ice Rock Cave, so he could go do that. He also knows he skipped Hobo.
Osse is now into the wrecked ship. There is one item here that he can check before the ship turns on by beating the boss, Phantoon. And he's checking it now in this pointless spiky death room. Magic powder!
So, Big Bog, do you like fetch quests?
Can I plead the Fifth Amendment on that?
Wesker's just gonna go straight to Eastern. He's still going to orphan the Ice Rock Cave, which we know is screw attack, which is nice, but not necessary.
Most likely Wesker will also stop off at Sahasrala's closet before he hits Eastern.
So there is 6 items in this area, 3 at Eastern, 3 at Sahasrala. It's always a nice check. He's
closer to Eastern, so he's going to do that first. Okay. In the meantime, Osse is fighting Phantoon, who is RNG personified for Super Metroid. He can move in a fast, medium, or slow pattern. I believe that was a medium Osse just got. And once he opens his eye, he can close it fast, medium, or slow too. There's a fast. Now, once Phantoon is hit with 5 missiles, he will disappear. But it takes him 10 frames to close his eye, so if you can hit him more frequently than every 10 frames by moving toward him as you fire your missiles, you can kind of stomach his eye open. Scientists call it if you're familiar with science, it's the Doppler effect. Now, Phantoon has 2,500 health. He takes double damage from super missiles, but if a super missile doesn't kill him, he'll go into an enraged state and waste like 40 seconds of really hard to dodge flames. But Osse gets it right.
By the way, the first item in Eastern was a missile. We get our big key nice and early.
And the wreck ship is now powered on. Yeah, we need Hammer or Dark World Access and Mirror to do the magic back.
I feel like there's going to be progression here with where that bow was. We get our piece apart, so there's one more item left in Eastern up for grabs. It will save Wesker some time if that item is in the big chest here.
Not really, because Eastern's a crystal, so he's got to finish the dungeon anyway.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to go through... Now, see, now he doesn't have to go right. He doesn't have to go through the dark room. He now skips 5 rooms by going straight up now.
Oh, okay.
Because all 3 items have been picked up, now he just gets the crystal.
Osse setting up a safety save here, so that if the wreck ship energy tank, which is way out of the way, if there's nothing there, he can just reset here and save the time backtrack.
So, Wesker's about to tie up the boss count here. As Osse gets through the spiky room of death.
What do you mean tie up the boss count? They both have Kraid down and that's it. Wesker's about to pull ahead.
Fantoon, hello?
Oh, right, he just did that. Duh.
Going for the quick kill on Armos. You shoot 2 into one of them, and then you kill it right away. Oh, the health got refilled, unfortunately, but that's Armos down.
Osse again hard. Okay, yeah. Osse must not have found anything at the wreck ship.
It was missiles.
Okay, yeah, that's nothing.
Wesker? What are you doing, man? Alright, so we can now still say hi to Shroshla, which will give us 3 more items.
And we can also ask him where the green pendant is if Wesker is so inclined. Osse clears out the attic.
Ice Palace Green Pendant. So that means Fire Rod, Cane of Samara, and Hookshot is somehow all in there, according to Raiko. Nothing in the back of Shirasola's closet. So, where's his moon pearl? Or where's Hammer? Oh, well, we actually need moon pearl mostly, but
Okay, so Hera is one pendant. Ice Palace is another pendant, the green one. What does that tell us about what we might or might not need to finish out the Dark World?
Well, more than likely, now we always definitely 100% need Kane. Because that means either Meyer or Turok is a crystal. We still might not need Ice Rod if Turok is the 3rd pendant. But we already have Ice Rod, so it doesn't matter. We're going to be needing Fire Rod or Bombos. No, we don't. Never mind. We'll need Fire Rod. Likely. Because either Skullwoods or Turok will be a crystal.
DH Storm. Yes, I remember when this seed was loaded. Shiri, did you see what Osse just got out of the middle of the ocean?
You mean the maze? That was super missiles.
Thank you. Yeah, this whole room is the ocean, so for me, there's the bottom of the ocean, the middle of the ocean, and the top of the ocean.
Wesker goes back into Super Metroid. Looks like he's going to be making the wreck ship play now.
Gonna ship save to reload. The IAPs always agree with that call.
There's also Red Tower that has not been checked yet.
That was an impressive item switch on Osse's part to check what missiles in the sky was an energy tank. But he's not. He flubbed up his bomb jumping and is not going to go back. Yeah, Mike's gaming experiment's very slick power bomb. I've never seen it done like that. And Osse is now in the claws of the bullying Chozo. This will be a 30-second break for him. He can get a drink, wipe his hands, that kind of stuff. So there are 3 items down here. There's the Gravity Tune item off to the left. There's the Destructible Chozo off here to the right. And there's also one item that's hard-locked by Speed Booster. You have to Shine Spark up to it. Oh, Osse must have checked that earlier and saw that it was nothing because he's not electing to wall jump up there to see what it is.
He checked it. He had Spring Ball, so he could have gotten it through the other way easier.
Reminded me, it was Mom's. Thank you.
And Osse's done with Wrecked Ship, so now I'm sure he's going to be going to Retro Brin, Blue Brin, and be getting that those items down there, which will be his Tempered Sword and bow. And of course, no, he's going down Red Tower now.
Pass the hanky. It looks like you're getting your wish. hcfwesker is setting up for X Factor strats on Phantoon. Very nice first one.
I don't think I've ever seen this, but mind you, the first time I ever seen X Factor was at GGQ last week.
Yeah, 2 X
Oh,
very nice.
wow!
Very nice. Now that's called a special beam attack. By equipping Charge Beam, one other beam, and highlighting Power Bombs, you can charge your beam, consume a Power Bomb, and do a special attack. Those projectiles that spawn from the Wave special beam attack do 300 damage each. That's as much as a super missile, except it doesn't trip Phantoon's rage mode. So 2 charge shots, 2 X Factors, good night Phantoon.
Very insane. Yeah, I knew, like, I played Prime, so I knew about, like, special beam attacks and stuff from Prime, but, man, I didn't know about that one.
If memory serves, that was, the X Factor strat was actually how you would do it in the 80% speed run before that route chain. Or it might have been the TAS, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know the Reverse Boss Order uses that for Ridley.
Alpha, the X Factor itself is not shown off, but the Plasma and Spacer special beam attacks are. Osse gets the gate glitch to head backwards up Green Hill Zone.
And he's just going to go right up here to Retro Brin Star, Blue Brin, however you guys want to call it.
Osse's got to be real careful here. Those side hoppers will do 80 damage a hit if he actually did not get hit by them, so never mind.
Yeah, screw attack. Screw attack. So he gets his Master Sword. So guys, this is actually looking like either Meridia or Aga's play right now.
There are a reasonable number of items that can be checked in Meridia with what we have. Like, let me think. Oh, real quick, Mackenzie Calhoun, thank you for the 3-month sub.
You got your Mama Turtle checks. You got the one I am that's above Main Street. You got your wiring hole. You got your other beach checks.
And then
you got your sandpick. Yeah, we got your sandpick checks, which we also have Shack Tool as well.
Right, Shack Tool is in logic because we have grappling. Although I'm not sure if it's in logic without high jump, because otherwise, Without high jump, it's almost impossible to get up through the hole that the grappling beam is.
I don't know if it's one of those weird situations where IBJs count too.
I don't think so, because it's extremely hard to get a straight upward jump out of quicksand. Wesker going postal on the work robots with missiles backs him up faster than the charge beam does. As he's heading back up the elevator to the old Mother Brain room, he'll most likely get his...
Tempered.
Yes.
And so that will tie up the IM between these two runners.
Well, we've got kind of a lull. Is there any situation where the hookshot can be not required? Just random question.
No. Hookshot's going to be required for... no, wait. If Swamp Palace is a pendant, and there's no items on the right side of... Okay, so the only way hookshot's not required is if right side Ice Palace has rupees in the map and compass, and no, wait, they have cape, don't they? So I think
and
that
might have been in chat pointing out Mold Orb 2, so yeah, it's always required.
But hookshot could also be in GT for that.
Point taken.
It has happened before where hookshot was in GT.
Okay. So Wesker gets the energy tank in the sky.
I did not see what Chef's Sheepers were.
It was just missiles. Worthless.
So Osse's going to check Omega missiles and probably fight Bomb Chojio, and then these two runners will basically be on equal footing.
Yeah, they're basically just trading checks back and forth.
Yeah, so these runners are basically tied right now. I think this is an AGA 1 seed unless it's in Meridia.
I'm really hoping for some route divergence here. Someone check. I hope Wesker checks Link to the Past, and I hope Osse checks Meridia.
Why? Because you want Osse to win, you biased commentator? Ah! People I have to work with. God. Oh. Just kidding.
No, because I want to see some route divergence, because that route divergence is interesting. If they're just trading checks back and forth, then it means there's less for us to talk about. X Factor on Bob Teresa. I have not seen that before.
Wesker is going to go for the heart container. And after this, wreck ship is done for Wesker. Does he go to Meridia? Osse still might go to Eastern Palace. He still has that check.
Osse gets the Alcatraz escape. That trick can be required in the hard logic, but that's it. And Osse is back into Link to the Past. Now that spring ball bounce Wesker did. Doing that the other direction, that trick can be required to reach Wreck Ship.
That was required the other night between Solsky and Strizer.
So it looks like Osse's going to get his Eastern check in, and Wesker is heading down Red Tower.
Now, mind you, Wesker can take Red Tower to Meridia.
Okay, Wesker is checking beta power bombs.
It was 50 rupees, if I remember right.
Oh, I was okay, yeah. I didn't see Osse do this. I was looking at Wesker at that time. Mike's gaming experiments. Yes, the Moat Morph jump is explicitly in logic on normal.
And it was required last night. There was no other way to wreck ship last night. The wreck ship had the goods.
Enalis, X-ray was nothing. And Thalfon. Part of Dark World could be checked through the cross-game portal in Meridia. That leads to the Ice Rod location in the Dark World. But we also don't have access to that yet because we need Speed Booster. Logically, we would need Speed Booster to get to Botwoon. Out of logic, we could use Ice Beam for a Metroid clip.
But we don't have Ice Beam.
And Jimmy 4-inch points out we also have no Moon Pearl.
Which Moon Pearl can easily be on Pyramid. So Wesker is about ready to get his cape here. So Osse is just going to go straight up to our moves, knowing he's grabbed the third and final IM in Eastern. Wesker does have himself nice and looped up for Meridia, though, because he'll be able to go to the pipe here after he gets out of X-ray. He does have to be careful, though. Spikes do hurt.
I believe spike damage is... Okay, spike damage is reduced... Oh, no, it is not reduced by Gravity Suit.
Yeah, they took off half damage from Gravity Suit to make very, useful.
Now, there is an energy recharge room that Wesker is going to take. Not everybody knows that, because the only time you visit this room is in 100% map completion.
Or if you're playing casual and you don't know how to play and you suck at this game. Like
or
me.
There's that. So he gets his crystal out of Desert, Eastern.
So boss counts tied up, IM's counts are tied up, we are tied. So now all comes down to what's in Meridia.
We finally have some route divergence. This race is finally getting more interesting.
Now mind you, Osse's closer to Aga 1 now. He would have to flew up to Death Mountain to get to Business Center to get to Meridia this way, and it looks like he may be doing that. Because if he was going to go... Yep, no, he's just going to do Mountain Cave. So, Main Street is missiles. And...
Crab Supers is a big 20.
So, Osse is also going to Meridia. So, Wesker has like a minute hit start right now.
Divergence!
Now, mind you, if there's nothing in here...
This is the Mama Turtle room. There are 2 items here that Wesker can check. There's one right up here. Space Jump!
Now,
He's going to want that for sure. That is a lot of extra mobility. Nice grapple.
Oh, wow. Never seen it done that way, but that's Space Jump. And missiles.
And item in the wall is Vanilla Missiles. Okay, there are now 7 items left to check, I believe. Beach, 2 in Watering Hole, and the 2 sand pits. We both have 2.
Now with Space Jump, they definitely can now check Check Tool.
Absolutely. Zanny97, Screw Attack was at the Ice Rod Cave. beach is a pack of bombs.
You know what? That Ice Rod cave check is actually what's separating these two runners right now. That and the Gina cave check.
No, they both checked Gina.
Okay, yeah, no, Ice Rod cave check is literally what's separating these two right now. Wesker having some trouble here.
He gets it though.
Hook
There's
shot!
that hook shot.
Does nothing for us now, but I mean, it's going to be very helpful once we get to Dark World. No, actually, wait, it does something for us now. That gives us 7 checks now, and East Death Mountain.
East Death Mountain. That's just Paradox Cave, right?
Paradox Cave and Spiral Cave. No, 8. No, so yeah, 8. I said 7.
8.
My bad. I've been sick. I'm sorry, guys. High five! Wesker's like, hey dude, you do not want to check the water cave. I was there. It was nothing. Don't go in there.
So Wesker's making a save so he can check one sand pit, and if it doesn't pan out, reload and check the other one without having to go all the way around. But it looks like first he's got to set up for a hard logic trick to check the 2 items in the aqueduct. Normally this requires speed booster, but that snail you see there can be used to clip through the blocks. Didn't get it the first time, so he's going to reset the room and try again. And farm up some ammo first. Oh, I get it. He was farming super missiles so we could use them to dislodge them from the wall and reset their movement.
Has to be careful not to take too much time here. Nice!
Force Rebel gets super missiles and a red rupee, so no progression.
And now they're in the same room. Now we'll see if Osse goes for the same trick and how long it takes for him. It looks like he is.
Wesker's going to resave so he keeps those super missiles and the rupee.
Oh, wow. Osse already.
First try on Osse's side.
And he did a different sub, too. He did a very different sub.
So yeah, they are basically neck and neck at this point. The only difference, as you said, Kachiri, is that screw attack.
And it looks like these guys are going to be holding hands here for a while.
Alright, so left sand pit is going to give us...
Moon
There's
Pearl!
that Moon Pearl! Why is he resetting?
He's going to check the other sand pit to see if there's something there. Then he's going to reset. We know there's nothing in the
Osse
sand
checked it
pit.
for us, and it's not.
Osse's going to go all the way to Shack Tool.
It's still possible for us to need Aga for Dark World access, even though we know where Moon Pearl is, correct?
Yeah, we may not find Hammer. So if we don't find Hammer, then we'll be needing Aga to be our first real trip into Dark World. Or Mitts. Mitts or Hammer will get us full Dark World access.
So Osse is now at Shack Tool. This guy's got a tunnel through the sand for you. This is another one of those long... This is a cutscene room, basically. So Osse's got a chance to catch his breath. It's just like the bowling chozo. Got a chance to catch his breath, take a drink, wipe his hand.
The Wesker is going to go ahead and go and grab that Moon Pearl.
Triple factorial. No, we don't. We can't get past Bot Wound right now, but can't get 2 Bot Wound because we don't have the Speed Booster or the Ice Rod. Ice Beam.
And Osse's is going to go straight for it instead of using any checks. Oh no.
Oh my Grievous.
Oh no. That's a mushroom.
Do you want to do a fetch quest? Wesker grabs the missiles that are in that left sand pit too, because why not?
And Wesker was thinking about no, Wesker's not going shock tool. He was thinking about doing it. This could be what ends game 1 right now. Oh no, wait. Is he going back there now?
Yeah, he is. The exit to the left sand pit is on the left side of the room. He just had to get to the exit. Yeah, Wesker is checking check.
Osse has to run all the way around Meridia to get back to the left sand pit.
Yeah, he did not check the left sand pit, did he?
No, he grabbed the power bombs because he wanted power bombs and to check shock tool at the same time. So Osse's got to run all the way back around.
And it looks like that's what he's going to do instead of going to chase the mushroom.
So these guys will still be basically tied by the time Wesker gets his mushroom.
Ranger avoid, it was the mushroom.
And there's the mushroom.
Monos lens. You could. It's possible that the logic could assume Bombos is what you need to do Ice Palace. What's Osse doing?
Osse? Is he going to do a Crystal Flask clip? He's going to do a Crystal Flask clip.
You can do that?
Yes. It's nothing that happens from this point on is going to be in logic.
I haven't seen this before. Oh! He's trying to set up a mid-air Crystal Flash! Oh my god, he got it first try!
Yep, and so this should clip him through the floor. Nope. Yep, and there we go.
Sorry if that was a little loud, but holy crap, that was awesome. The Baboon has 3,000 health, so 10 super missiles will take him down. He does have charge beam, however, so if he does run out of ammo, he can just use that.
Everything from this point on will be out of logic. But we can also use this as a chance to see if he can skip Aga this way. Wesker's going to go straight for Paradox Cave.
I don't think this will let him... I don't think the backdoor, the Meridia crossing portal will let him skip Aga, because I think I've heard that the area it takes you to is isolated from the rest of the Dark World.
Kind of. If, let's say, Hammer is on Pyramid, you can get to the Hammer on Pyramid. But the problem is, Osse didn't get the Moon Pearl, so he's not going to be able to do much. if he does use this to get to the full back door. So any other checks he makes now is going to be fully out of logic.
There are 2 items back in this area. The one behind Dragon, and then the one in the room right before Dragon. First 2 items in Paradox Cave were nothing for hcfwesker. Now, let's see about the other. Osse navigating the Coliseum with the space jump very handily. There's super missiles, ether.
So we now have a... Yeah, we might now have the...
There's those Pegasus boots! What are those?
Out of logic boots.
Okay, so those are locked. Okay, so those could be locked behind Dark World access, or they could be locked behind Ice Beam or Speed, or they could be locked behind Speed Booster, not Ice Beam. Ice Beam Clip is not in logic on normal.
Yep.
Now you see, very recently, one of the Super Metroid devs fessed up that he made those Evers dance out the words "Keiko Love" in English cursive as a nod to the girl he was dating at the time.
Yeah, it was an interview done in like 2008 that was just like recently translated.
I didn't realize that interview was that old. I thought the interview had just happened.
No, someone found like an old magazine. They saw that it was a interview that talked about Super Metroid, and so they decided to translate it.
Sorry about that. So SRS Biz is pointing out that since we do have AGA access, he could get to the Dark World portal that way, so he's not actually out of logic. Does that sound right, Kachiri?
That will be right, because you can get to that cave in Dark World once you get through AGA. Now the question is Wesker going to be making the AGA play? Because that has to be the play right now. He's checking Ice Rock Cave because he's not done. He's going to get his screw attack. Mitts!
And there's the Mitts behind Dragon!
Oh! So now if Osse goes back to that sand pit, he will completely skip AGA. We would have completely skipped AGA. This is an AGA seed, everyone. And Osse just logic skipped it. Wesker's about ready to take 5 minutes to go through AGA 1. Osse's about ready to take 5 minutes to go to Plasma Beam and then get his Moon Pearl. Or he's going
to Plasma Beam. He's heading back through Botwoon. If he checks his sand pit here,
he's going to jump into the lead. He's going to get about a 6-7 minute lead from this.
Super Mateo 30, Lumberjack Ledge is just missiles. Wesker gets his Vampire Skewer.
Yeah, Osse's going to be grabbing Moon Pearl here, and we'll be getting about a 5 to 6 minute lead. Wesker's about ready to do AGA because he has no other play, and he doesn't know how to do the Crystal Flash skip.
That Crystal Flash skip paid off in spades for Osse.
Oh, Wesker's never even done Dungeon. He still has to do Hyrule Dungeon. Oh, no.
Okay, Osse's gonna come from here, gonna backtrack up the zip tube, and check Plasma Beam that way.
Yeah, that Crystal Flash skip just broke this game wide open for Osse. Mind you, we're still an hour and 15 minutes in for this, even though this has been a close race for about an hour or so. you know, Wesker could make a play later on that, you know, would put him ahead of Osse. But right now, Osse with that Crystal Flash skip.
Yeah, advantage is definitely Osse's at this point. But as you said, it can go back and forth real easy. And Big 20 at Plasma Beam. Absolutely worthless. There we go. Osse does the moonfall strat, which works by walking backward off a ledge in a specific manner, while you have the moonwalk ability, special ability in the game options turned on. Do it right, and you fall with uncapped vertical speed.
Wesker is going to turn into that mushroom. Now, if this is Hammer, Wesker regains some time if this is Hammer.
Looks like Osse is backdooring through Tack Attack Alley and will probably be heading to the cross-game portal.
Do you blame him? He has full access out here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but did you not say that if we don't find Hammer, we're stuck in that area?
We have hookshot. We can hookshot to West Dark World.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to swim down here. There's a portal down here.
Red Crystal Pod, Red Pendant Swamp, Red Crystal...
Skullwoods and Palace of Darkness, and then Turtle Rock, Thieves Town, and Mire are all crystals. So Osse swims into that portal. He's now next to the Witch's Hut in Dark World. He swims down. There's a dock here. He can go up to Catfish now if he wants to. Or, yeah, he's going to go to Catfish first. But on his way down, he can hookshot over to Village of Outcast side.
Okay. What else is on this side? I'm not overly familiar with the map.
So Wesker's doing the Aga play, which we know that's what Logic intended. But we have Catfish, we have Pyramid Ledge, we have upwards to 5 items in Palace of Darkness that we have. We can't finish it yet because we don't have Hammer. So if there's an IM on Helmets Arcane, it's only 4 IMs. Catfish today gives us Super Missiles. And a save and quit. So it looks like Osse is going to probably go to Hype K. No, he's going to go to Skullwoods first. Yeah. So what you see on Wesker's side is what Osse fully skipped. Oh, we're going to check King's Tomb now.
And there's the final sword. Delicious, creamy, golden butter sword.
Not often you see butter sword at an hour 20, but we're also going to check Bonk Rocks.
And that's just super missiles.
We're going to check Myers Shed now. If Osse... Oh no, we don't have Varia yet. If Osse wants to do some hell runs, we can definitely go say hi to Ridley.
I don't think he's got... How much health does he have in Super Metroid? I don't recall.
I have no idea, but if he can do Crystal Flash clip, I'm sure he can find a way somehow. We got arrows, and we got Mirror! We now have, he might as well just go ahead and finish Desert now while we're here.
Good point. Oh, but Mir gets him to Checkerboard Cave too. He'll probably check that first.
Yeah, no, Osse is just going to run away with this game now. Unfortunately, I'm getting that feeling.
And Checkerboard's just $5. We all... Okay, no, we don't.
Yeah, now Hera's opened up, which Hera's a pendant, so who cares? Swamp Palace, we still need Hammer. We're Hammer, Fire Rod, and Kane away from being able to do everything in Zelda. We're also missing, whatever we need to open up those dungeons.
Where did Wesker find Ether? I don't remember.
It was... Where was he, sir? Osse not checking all of the front of Desert. He's going straight to the back. Paradox Cave. That's where Ether was.
And Pyramid Ledge is just super missiles.
So we now know Wester needs to backdoor Meridia right now. Doing so, he will be able to catch up just a little bit. But the longer he holds off backdooring Meridia, oh well, now he's just going to go up, check Catfish, which he can use the portal to go to Meridia while he's down here. So.
Seems to me like the way the logic is shaking now, the backdoor to Meridia is what you were expected.
Yep, because Boots and Mitz were right there, which Mitz is required for Turtle Rock. So Osse is on Lamos, hoping to get the second item in Desert, so he doesn't have to check the right side Desert. Trying to do Ice Rod side, which Ice Rod is actually intended for this fight. Fire Rod's faster, of course. And we're going back to Desert. Potential pet items are Cane, Fire Rod, Varia right now. Those are our potential peds right now. Now we'll see if Wesker decides to take the portal down to Meridia. He does not. Looks like he's going to be dipping Palace of Darkness. So you saw Wesker hookshot over the river. That's what you use the hookshot for. Yep. That's where you use the hookshot to get to where the Villas of Outcasts and stuff. So Wesker's probably going to ignore Meridia for a while. So about every minute he does not check Meridia is about a minute Osse's gaining on him. Bumper Cave is another reserve tank, which is unfortunately doesn't help us out today. Osse's about ready to go do. He can do all of his East Death Mountain checks, including Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny Cave.
And also, if we have the right medallion, he can also open up Turtle Rock. Can't go in though.
Unless he can hover. Bill's Outcast Sea House has power bombs. Chess game is going to give out more arrows. And Wesker's going probably go into Thieves Town now. There's 4. Nope. Well, never mind. He's going to check the brewery hut now.
Meantime, Osse got 40 rupees out of Super Bunny Cave.
Turok Dig requires Quake, which we do have, so that's one part of our medallion mysteries. Oh, I'm surprised we're not... Oh, he's checking what's on Piece of Heart on the peak. And we're going to start checking our Thieves Town. There are 4 items in Thieves Town. One of them may be locked behind the big chest.
Big chest is hammerlocked, correct?
Yes, there's moles surrounding the chest. Hookshot Cave doesn't look anything too big other than the red mail, so we have full defense and full attack right now. And the shovel! Can you dig it?
Can you not?
I'm sorry. Anyway, so Osse's going to go ahead and do his light worldies Death Mountain checks. If he wants, he can dip into Hera. There are 2 items in there. Is a pendant, though. No one likes dipping pendant dungeons. We got our final medallion, Bombos in Thieves Town. That is also our way into Ice Palace, but we still don't have the hammer. So half of Ice Palace is blocked off to us right now. The reason why it's called Paradox Cave is because you enter it on 1 level and then you drop and you're in a higher level. It's weird. You fall down a hole and you go up.
Yeah, just the layout makes no sense.
It's a paradox that it exists.
How many prizes has Wesker gotten out of Thieves Town so far?
I think 2.
Bombos, that was Super Missile.
I haven't really been counting. I think Osse, yeah, Osse's planning on going into Hera. Which, again, it makes some sense. I mean, it is 2 items. He can kill Moldorm and get a pendant just in case this does turn into Pet Seed.
There's some value, half magic in the on whatever that room is.
In the basement. Now, what Osse wants to see is an I am here. Oh, it's fire locked. So we're going to find the big key down here. Oh, never mind. There wouldn't have been night down there because the dungeon was soft locked itself. Ha 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 ha. Never mind. Have I mentioned I'm sick?
You have. Repeatedly. All night.
And you got another 90 minutes of me talking about it. Cough, cough. The big chest in Thieves Town self-locked itself, so Wesker will be able to get all the items in here. I did not see anything important, though, other than bombos. And what's funny is Blind could have hammer.
So we'll see, yeah. What? If you do this fight right, it's entirely scripted. You just go through the motions and take him out. It's 9 hits, no matter what weapon you use. And Wesker gets it done in good time. And there's the map.
Yeah, he found all 4 items. I did not see what all the 4 items were, but...
Camo 5633. The blind pun was, a weak knight is a tiny nobleman.
Surprised Wesker's not going to the dig game, but it looks like he wants to go ahead and run through Skull Woods real fast. See if he can grab the 2 items in there.
And Skull Woods is also a 5-6 crystal, so...
We don't have fire rods, so...
Oh, right.
Well, we have our 2 items in Hera, and Osse's dipping out. He's not going to get the pendant.
Osse's going to turn in his powder. Magic Bat is in play for Osse, because he has Dark World access, and he has Mirror.
Looks like Osse's going to be making his plays as well.
Looks like Osse's going to get that Skull Woods check in, too. There's some super missiles for Wesker.
And Wesker doesn't have the mirror, so he can't just mirror back to the entrance.
But he can use the Wallmaster. Kron Aquarium, what he did, he laid a power bomb. Osse laid a power bomb against a ceiling, which was he did the Crystal Flash in midair to clip through block.
And doing so gave him the items he needed to get to Dark World without having to do Aga 1, which was what the logic wanted these runners to do today.
Kron Aquarium, yeah, that was absolutely mind-blowing, especially that he got it first try.
Alright, we've got digging game. 1 to 30 digs. It's always the same dig for most of these runners. Well, it will be, but it's always randomized 1 to 30. We're at 12. $19 digs
for plus 5 pound capacity. Ew.
Yeah, Osse is just running away with this literally with the boots. Wesker hopefully is going to turn this into a backdoor Meridia play. We can hope.
Checking Graveyard Ledge now. Ooh, looks like Wesker is what? This is just Haunted Grove, right? Is that what this is called?
That's Stumpy.
Stumpy, okay. Graveyard Ledge is $20.
Wesker's going to check Hype Cave. Hopefully, this does turn into a Meridia check. Because that will give Wesker a small chance to get back into this.
Yeah, the longer Wesker avoids the backdoor Meridia, the larger Osse's lead grows.
Especially since Osse can run anywhere he wants. Hype Cave! First item is Power Bombs. Second item is Supers, followed by the last bottle in the game. Missiles and Missiles.
So, that was 3 bottles that had fairies in them. What?
Well, now we could go finish High Glide now.
Bert can't. The golden bomb Wesker got, that's a capacity up.
No one got my High Glide reference. I'm sad. And Wesker is going to go backdoor Meridia. He will get his mitts. And he'll be like, oh, I bet you I thought of this first and I'm in the lead. So the High Glide reference is you have to find 3 fairies, and then when you do so, you can kill the final boss.
Reference to what did you say?
It's a very bad Super Nintendo game called High Glide.
Oh, I think I've actually heard of that. I think the Angry Video Game Nerd reviewed it.
Everyone's reviewed it. Like if you're an angry nerd gamer thingy that does reviews, you reviewed it. And Virtual High Glide was played at AGDQ, and that's a remake of the NES game.
I see. Wesker backdoor checking the Baboon item. He'll see it's nothing, and hopefully most likely he'll go check on Dragon himself.
Well, yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
he has no other checks to do. He's...
Yeah, there's nothing else he could possibly be doing at this point. So Osse's gonna get his dig game in. In case anybody didn't see, that was 20 digs for a +5 bomb capacity upgrade.
Yeah, no, Wesker, you want those boots.
And Osse's not even gonna bother grabbing that capacity upgrade.
And Wesker's on the Dragon fight. Oh, he got himself a lot of supers now. He's got at least 60.
That is actually enough to finish Mother Brain without needing to rely on Charge Beam.
Osse's going to go do the Smith's Chain now. We're going to see the Magic Bat get cursed with something today. Wesker not going for grapple strats. Oh no, there he goes. He just remembered he had grapple.
And Magic Bat gives us +5 arrow capacity.
Curse of holding more stuff, according to the Magic Bat in Link's Awakening. Now look at all the stuff you have to hold. Yeah, Wesker failed the grapple glitch twice. I think he's just going to go ahead and super Dragon to death now. Or not.
There he goes.
There he goes. Surprised Osse not going for the... Did he mess up his, Oh, he must have messed up his, pore replacement. Which is why he had to backtrack.
Yeah, he couldn't get back
so
to the
Wesker
portal
got
because it was
his,
past the hammer peg.
mitts. I mean, Wesker is not that far behind now. As long as he does not check Hera, he might be able to catch up. Because he did do Thieves Town.
Yeah.
But I think Wesker's one go check Plasma and probably save before he does that.
Yeah, Osse has not checked Thieves Town. And yeah,
Question in chat, nothing was in Hera.
Osse checking K45 before he takes the lunchbox over to the thief. Super Metroid energy, that's always welcome. Delaxon, yes, Osse did Hera. He got the 2 items and noped out. Looks like Osse's got a mirror to check the dig spot. I don't think we've seen this yet. $20. Okay, folks, Shitiri's having some technical difficulties, so I'll be flying solo for a minute or so. So Wesker saw there was nothing at Plasma Beam, so he's resetting to his save outside of Dragon. That'll save him a lot of backtracking time because he can just head right back to the cross game portal. Alright, and Osse is right about to turn in the lunchbox and gets a nope tank out of it. So, be interesting to see what Osse does here. He could start checking Swamp if he wanted, but Swamp is a pendant. So, Wesker, considering his options, decides to save and quit and is resetting to the mountain. Fiction 0001. They can do Mire up until the point where you need the Cane of Samaria to hold down a block. So Osse is making the Swamp Palace play. I believe there are 6 prizes here. Meantime, Wesker is heading for Dark World. Ooh, got Debrock. There's 1 prize, 20 rupees. But he's gonna nope out of there.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, question in chat, how much of Misery Miner they can do? They can check all of it aside from Victorious. Ice Palace is everything but right side Ice Palace.
Okay, so where is Osse heading now?
Looks like Palace of Darkness. Which has 5 items, no hammer. What? No, wait. I got you bad. Is he going to check Pyramid? Because he has not checked Pyramid yet.
Yeah, it looks like that's what he's doing. Meantime, Wesker is checking Super Bunny Cave, which was just $40. Please, my God.
I mean, with how often Hammer has been vanilla this tournament, I mean, I can see that being in play.
Okay, so Wesker is checking Hookshot Cave. Osse is indeed heading for Pod. He does have the money to pay Kiki the extortionist.
Now, is Wesker going to go ahead and do Hera? We hope he doesn't do Hera. Maybe he... Yep, he's backing out. Okay. So we're going to see if Pod is bow locked right now. And it's not. But we're probably going to go check bow side now.
I say, yeah, we have the bow, so why would that matter?
Oh, I'm just saying. Sometimes, like, I don't know. It's weird. I like knowing, like, how dungeons...
Wesker now has his, let's call it a French fry sword, because I'm sick of calling it butter sword.
Yeah, you could just call it what it is. The yellow lightsaber.
French fry sword is more funny, though.
But we're going to be talking about food whenever we see Mother Brain here soon anyway.
Indeed, all of her attacks are food-based.
You're going to make me hungry, and I'm going to hate you for that.
There's another prize in Pod, $5.
Looks like Wester's going to be grabbing his mirror.
He's considering his options, it looks like.
He knows he can get into Mire. Which, let's say Kane is vanilla, that will be a big check and put Wesker back almost tied with Osse. Hammer can also be in Mire. He also knows he can, once he gets Mirror, he can do Desert, and then we'll be... Actually, Wesker will get the boss lead off of that. So there's his Mirror. Hammer!
So is that now Pod full clearable?
That's a Pod full clearable. That's like the 5th time in a row I've seen Hammer and Pod.
Well then. Okay, so Osse checked the front of Thieves Town earlier and noped out. Is there anything now stopping him from going back and finishing it?
Nope. I mean, if he's afraid he's going to have that last I am locked. Oh, Wesker, buddy. You don't want to be in here right now. Get out.
Well, that's
Get out.
That one item right there is a real quick check, so I agree with that.
It would not have been his variant, though. Now the question is he's going to do Desert first.
Osse heading into the dark maze in Pod. A shield. Only took an hour and 50. Oh, he did another shield. I'm wrong.
Nah, that had to be the big key because everything else has been checked. Basically. So now we're just going to go fire yourself a giant orange-red monster thing.
It's called Helmasaur King. I thought you knew that.
Oh, I knew that. But he kind of reminds me, I don't know if you play Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a, one of the cards was like the longest names, like Interplanetary Purpley Thorny thing. And it's like all one word.
I am aware of that card. I do a lot. I used to do a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh judge work, but that's fallen off recently. Yeah, Interplanetary Purpley Thorny Dragon.
Yeah, that's what Helmasaur King reminds me of, but orange. So I was trying to think of something to that effect, but like dark worldly mass orange thing. I don't know. Also, Bach, you should play Duel Links with me sometime. I feel like we'll have fun.
I haven't looked into Duel Links at all. I don't play a lot of phone games.
It's on Steam.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I might just have to take a look then. Thank you for telling me that.
Oh, it's such a fun. Anyway, let's get back to Zelda while we're here.
Yeah, sorry about the non sequitur there, folks. So Osse is working his way through Pod. He's right up to Helmasaur King now, as Wesker is doing Desert. I believe Helmasaur King takes 17 whacks with the hammer to knock the mask off, correct?
Yeah, so it's either that or 4 bombs, if you can land those 4 bombs.
How precise do your bomb throws have to be? I've never seen that time.
You basically have to land them, like, underneath his face.
And then 2 slashes with the butter sword, with the French fry sword, and good night.
Wesker doing the Ice Beam strat, very nice. And they'll still be tied on bosses.
So that is 3 Super Metroid bosses and 3 Crystal Dungeons down for both of our runners. Not to mention they have all the same key items. Oh, right. Wesker doesn't have hammer yet since he hasn't been to Pod, but that's it. That's the only difference.
What's Wesker doing? Is he going to go ahead and do the Smith's chain now?
Osse's probably going to go do... Okay, Osse's going to finish out Thieves Town, and then he'll probably do Hammer Pig.
Yeah, we are very close. We need Varia Suit, Fire Rod, and Cane. We know none of those are going to be in here, so Osse's next play... Ooh, but Ice Palace is Green Pendant, though. But that would be 4 items, 3 from Ice and 1 from the Green Pendant for him.
Maratho 18, yes, and Wesker got everything, got all of the prizes out of Pod. The small key locked itself in the big chest.
Thieves Town, not Pod.
Yeah, Pod. Thieves Town, that's what I meant.
Ooh, yeah, Osse can also go back into Swamp. Is the other
real quick while you were otherwise occupied. You found 1 prize, 20 rupees.
That was disconnected. But Swamp House is also a pendant.
Yeah.
Now we are now actually looking at the pendant done. Well, we're looking at Swamp Palace or Ice Palace now for progression. Because we've already checked everywhere we can in Skull Woods. We know there's nothing else here in Thieves Town. We know there's nothing else in Hera.
And I think just about everything in Super Metroid has been checked too that we have available.
Yeah, and so we're going to be dipping some pendant dungeons here soon. This could be Wesker's chance to catch back up. But the problem is we know he won't be going to pod here for a while.
How exactly do we know that?
Well, he's still got to do the chess. He hasn't done K45. He'll probably do the same thing Osse did in Dip Swamp. I mean, we're probably about 6 minutes off from him going to pod, and by that time, Osse's already into his pendant dungeon of choice.
Okay.
Yeah, Meyer also has a chance for items too. Let's not forget that. The only thing they can't do is get down to Vitreous, so it could be just one item in Meyer they can grab, but that one item might be Fire Rod.
Yeah, MS Kane also pointed out it's possible Fire Rod could be the pet item.
Varia could also be the pet item.
Could Samaria be the pet item, or just the pendant arrangement?
Samaria can also be the pet item. Because Vanilla, you don't get Samara until Misery Mire. So Vanilla, like, that's what Samara locks out, is the end of Misery Mire and Turok.
Gotcha.
If Speed Booster's on pet, that might mean Fire Rod could be in Waterway.
Okay, what's Osse thinking here? Spike Cave, maybe?
Yeah, there's Spike Cave, which he can do because he has Cape. So, as I said before, Wesker's going to check that one item, only an E-Tank and Spy Cave.
Yeah, that one item in Swamp is just going to be $20. Osse checked it while you were rebooting your computer.
Osse's fluting. Is he going to Mire? No, he's going to Ice Palace.
Okay, Wesker just checked that one item. What is precluding them from going further into Swamp after that?
You need Hammer to flood the next area to get to the second half of Swamp.
Okay, so Osse could do it.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, Osse checked that too earlier. Like I said, I wasn't sure why he dipped out after that. I didn't.
Yeah.
Hammer there.
So basically, after that, you go down some stairs. You get a key. The key unlocks a door where there's like a lever that's being blocked by hammer mole thingies. You flood it, and then you take the flooded area to a platform that takes you into the main hub of Swamp Palace.
Got it.
So Wester's going to be getting his hammer again. It's going to be, well, they might. They're okay. So he gets his hammer. If he decides to go back to Swamp and there's nothing in Ice, Wesker could take a tiny lead here.
It all depends on what winds up where. Just the nature of randomizer races.
And the double kill on the Staffos.
That room Osse's in is just awful. Conveyor floors, spikes, enemies coming out of the walls. Why would you do that?
And every time I try to do that bomb jump, I never get it done right.
Ossie makes it look like it's nothing. Burn on. Hammer is French vanilla in pod. Nailus, yes, I am looking forward to SMZ3 Key Sanity.
So I think Ossie's going to go to the iced tea room. Which I see why it's called tea, but I think it should be called more like hammer. Ice hammer room. Oh no, he's going to the U first. Never mind. I'm bad. I don't know my way around Ice Palace.
Wesker gets his hammer.
So Wesker gets his hammer. Is he going to go straight to Helmstar? He's thinking about... Okay, no, he's not.
Haven't seen much in Ice Palace so far. Ossie gets the big key for Ice Palace just in time to possibly check the big chest, but he's not going to do that just yet. Ossie continuing, Wesker continuing. Here's Ice Tea. And it's missiles. Ossie going through this mess of a room. Okay, it looks like now he's going to check the big key. And we've got the map. And it looks like Ossie is just about to cold stare. Now, bombos will melt Culture's outer shell, and then the puffs, then... I'm not sure how many swings the puffs take with Butter Sword, but it's not going to be too hard. That was fast. And for his trouble, he gets a heart, and the green pendant. Okay, folks, Chitiri's having some connection issues again, so I'm going to be flying solo for a bit. Looks like Osse is heading to turn in that green pendant. Meantime, Wesker is continuing on through Pod. Our green pendant gets us $20. Absolutely not worth it. So where does Osse go from here? I think the last play we can really make is Swamp. Yeah, Osse's heading back for Swamp. There'll be I think you have to do the drainage sequence again. Yep. Wesker's on to Helmasaur King, fighting him as Osse did a couple, 10 minutes ago, I think it would have been. Wesker takes out Helmasaur King. Osse is heading on through Swamp. Okay, so this is the room where you needed Hammer. So Wesker is now heading for... Not sure where he's heading. He's floating off. Where's he going to go? Head for Cack. Probably going to do his hammer pegs now. There's another prize for Osse, Energy Tank. I don't think Osse did hammer pegs yet. I'm not sure why not. But for Wesker, it's going to get him another energy tank. Nice to have, but not progression. Well, there's Arcane of Samaria, and there's the big key. Chad, thank you for correcting me that Osse did do it. I must have missed that. My bad. There's the map. So it looks like Osse is not going back for the big chest. Yeah, Osse's going to go ahead and fight Argus here. Absolutely demolishing the Puffs. And there goes Argus. Very good, very clean fight. Or a pack of missiles. Wesker is resetting to the mountain cave. And it looks like Osse is going to go back in for that big chest. Must have just been too out of the way to do before. I think what else is that? Okay, I'm not sure what else he has left to do. Yeah, Osse didn't finish Tower of Hera though, Kane. And sounds like the big chest was a heart piece. Yeah, Kateri, I know you're having trouble connecting. I'm doing what I can. So it looks like Wesker's making the Swamp Palace play now too. We know that'll pay off because that'll get him his Cane of Samaria.
And I'm back.
Oh, hooray!
I don't know for how long. You can't silence me forever, Discord. But Wesker, depending on what's on the left side of the swamp, and if Wesker wants to get out of here right away, might be able to take a little bit of a lead here.
And now you're back for at least for the moment, Kateri. I got something I gotta do real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll try to stay here, but I don't know. The portal's closing. Anyway, so Kane, it's clear now that this might be like a straightforward end to seed. Kane may lead to like Fire Rod and Meyer, which would lead to Varia and Turok. Okay, so if Wesker decides to go straight back and gets his cane, gets out, he could be in a good spot. Now, as I was saying in chat, Osse, now that he has two dependents, might just hit Hera up when he does Turok, just in case. Yeah, Osse's going to go to Meyer next. There's two items here, quick checks. We're still looking for Fire Rod. Fire Rod will be our Zelda Go mode. But we're also looking for Varia. Now, if Varia's here, that will mean we can go ahead and finish off Lower Norfair while we're here. Both Varia and Fire Rod is here. We'll have a Go mode Lower Norfair. So Wesker is going to go full left. He's not that far behind. He's probably literally the 5 minutes he took to get through Aga 1 behind right now. As long as he doesn't dip Hera or dip Ice Palace, he will have regained the time Osse took from him.
I'm back.
Oh no. I mean, oh, welcome back.
Show me, man. Did I miss anything big?
No.
So left side swamp was a bust then?
Yeah. Wesker is having some trouble with some stairs. You're about right, see. I think it was like a bomb capacity upgrade, and I can't think what the other one was. Wesker pausing. Ooh, having to do these fire-locked rooms with a lamp. I think Wesker went to go take a bathroom. Oh, now he's back. Honestly, not wanting to go do the other fire-locked room, man. He's going to go try and open up the chest. Oh no, Wesker forgot to hit the switch. He's going to be orphaning the bomb capacity upgrade. In Myers, there's only 2 items. And that's a piece of heart.
Is that both prizes in Meyer?
No. We're still missing one, and that's either on Vitreous or in the cutscene chest room, which is fire locked, and it's a big pain to do with the lamp.
Gotcha.
Like, Osse has been neglecting this room because he doesn't want to do it.
Oh, this room.
Yeah, you have to do all the block puzzles, and then hit all the switches, and then wait like 5 minutes for the other room to blow up.
Right. Well, he got it. How tight is that with the lamp?
Not tight. Those torches, I think, have like a 30-second timer on them.
Okay, it's just the cutscene that takes so long. Well, there's the compass. Is there anything left other than Vitreous?
Vitreous. And the items on Vitreous. So,
Well, it's a crystal anyway, so...
yeah, well, we got the cane now on Wesker. And he's going to go ahead and go back up the stairs to check the big chest. Like, Wesker, he almost got the glitch where he gets stuck in the stairway, but he got out of there. Wesker, he's not that far behind, but depends on what he decides to do, make him even farther behind. Now, mind you,
Right.
Osse dipped 2 pendant dungeons and cleared out all the items in there. We know both dungeons were a waste.
Okay, so Osse is just about up to Vitreous as Wesker is continuing on through Swamp. Looks like Osse's going to go for bomb strats on Vitreous' little or not. Oh, duh, butter sword spins.
Not sure why he's not using the cape. It's so satisfying to just use the cape and dash through Vitreous over and over again.
And Vitreous is down. Clean fight.
And his item is another piece of heart. So, Fire Rod could be in Turtle Rock. We're still looking for Varia. We are running out of locations for both Varia and Fire Rod. And there's still a strong possibility that this is a pet seed. And if this is a pet seed, then Wesker is way too far behind right now.
So if you're Osse, what do you do at this point?
Well, you gotta dip Turtle Rock. While you're up there, you could go ahead and dip Turtle Rock, but you might be like, let's say you find Varia or something. You might go ahead and finish Hera while you're up there, just so you could do a blind pet pull, just in case it's whatever item you're missing. Now, mind you, if there's no key, okay, so there's key logic with Turtle Rock that we have to hope for right now. But the very first chest in Turtle Rock is anything but a key, and it's not the Fire Rod, we are done in Turtle Rock.
Right.
So, when that happens, I will see Osse running over to Hera to clear Hera to pull Ped, because that'll be the last item left. Now, if this is the first item Fire Rod, then we can move on and finish the whole dungeon, and then we're looking for Varia while we're in there.
Got it.
So everything right now hinges on the room to the left after we get past this first section here. Okay, so now we're going to be orphaning 2 items to the right, and now the next roadblock is going to be in the Chain Chomp room. So there's going to be a chest in the Chain Chomp room. If that's a key, we get to move on in the dungeon. If that's anything else other than Fire Rod, then we're out of here.
Got it.
Oh, hate when that happens. And the moment of truth is Varia suit. So now we're out here. Now, the question is,
Super Metroid Go mode.
That's Super Metroid Go mode. Do you go and do Hera now to make sure you don't have to climb Death Mountain and get up? And he's getting out of here.
He's gonna go right to Death Mountain, or not? Oh, he's gonna backdoor Lower Norfair through the cross game portal.
Yeah, he's hoping that Fire Rod is in Lower Norfair. Now, if we do all Lower Norfair and Fire Rod's not down there, then we know it's on Ped.
We did not see what Gold Torizo's items were because Gold Torizo has not been checked. Well, Gold Torizo missiles is vanilla. I didn't see what the super missiles was. Osse's got Gold Torizo kind of stun locked. He's kept. Yeah, Osse is completely safe right where he is.
Yeah, when you just sit on the foot and Gold T can't do anything.
There's
that's
a
go
Fire
mode.
Rod.
That's full on go mode. At 2 hours, 24 minutes, Osse just now needs to run and kill Ridley, and he doesn't even do the rest of the Ridley escape. He can just back right out of it.
Absolutely. Osse now in the worst room in the game because it's so hard to do effectively in most categories.
Yeah, I did a community hard logic race, the commentary. That seed required our runners to do a spring ball jump where they turn off spring ball, jump, and at the apex of their jump, turn on spring ball and go up to get out of the worst room in the game in order to get the moon pearl. That was that, and like one of our runners was there for like an hour and a half, and two others just FF'd.
Power bomb to Samus is the heart piece. Osse K goes through the spike platform there. Osse is one room away from Ridley, and looks like he's going to farm a little bit to get his super missile count up. Because Ridley has 18,000 health and takes double damage from super, so 30 super missiles will exactly kill him. Oh, looks like that's all Osse has, 30 super missiles. Oh, so he's going to go for X Factors on Ridley. Or I guess just one X Factor.
He could do X Factors. I think it does take 30 supers, does it?
Yeah, 30 supers. And then each X Factor can substitute for 2 supers. Very nice fight.
And Osse has killed the final Super Metroid boss, and Wesker is... What? You have cape! And you have boots! It's faster! Oh hey, there's the other cane.
The one nobody cares about.
I care about that cane. It gives me safety during blind.
Yeah, that makes one of us. And meantime, Vitreous is down for Wesker. Osse's heading back out of Lower Norfair, so we'll see which way he goes.
Wesker is about to get his Varia suit. Again, about 5 to 10 minutes separates these two right now. And so, Osse can still mess up. Osse's deciding he's going to do the full... okay. Does he not know he's in go mode, or is he looking for plasma?
Might be looking for plasma, because if he only has 30 super missiles like it looks like, that's only half of Mother Brain's HP. And then Charge Wave will take a long time to finish after that. You can do X Factors on her, but it's very tricky getting all 4 to hit. Now, we haven't seen this part of Norfair at all.
Yeah, we never went to even Bubble Mountain.
Well, considering how deep in the logic the Various suit was. Okay, alright, it looks like... Well, there's the spacer, but nobody cares about that.
Oh,
But
he's
Osse
going backward
might.
because that's going to give him more damage.
Looks like he's gonna take the... Oh, you can't go down Frog Speedway, Osse. You don't have Speed Booster. What? What the heck did he just do?
Is that loud?
What was that?
I've never seen that glitch before.
Okay, so what's he doing now? Why is he heading to Skull Woods?
It's a crystal.
Oh. I don't know why I was thinking it was a pendant. It's late, I'm tired, and I'm still kind of sick too, so... Okay, so Osse just has to finish Skull Woods, finish Turtle Rock, and then beat Ganon and Mother Brain.
And with half magic, this upcoming fight with Moth is super fast and easy. He also has the butter sword.
Looks like Mothfield has been taking some lessons from Mother Brain because those look like ring bells.
Again, we're back to onion rings. Yeesh.
And that was a boss, folks.
Wester's decided we're going to see all the bosses today, and we're going to see Molder 1. Wait, he just got bumped back out. That's cool.
I believe Molder 1 is just 2 swings with that butter sword, and good night.
At this rate, I mean, he should go to Turtle Rock because that's the closest dungeon. But I don't know. I see him going to Ice Palace before going to Lower North Fair.
Well, he's heading for Turtle Rock, it looks like, so he will get his... he should get his Varia out of it. spots. It's just a question. Yeah, it's a question of where he goes after that. Wesker tossing a couple of shots of powder at the entrance to Turtle Rock for some reason I can't fathom. High five!
Throwing some salt on them for good luck?
There's nothing Osse could possibly need here other than maybe silvers, right? And the big key.
Yeah, silvers can also be in Ganon's tower now as well. Silvers could also be on pedestal. But they also have the gold sword, which, 12 spin slashes on the final phase. I mean, both these runners can do that easily.
And there's that big key, very quickly. And Osse's got his Varia. And tries to go through the door.
So Wesker is also going to go into Lower North Fair. We'll see if he takes that fire rod and just beats Ridley and gets out. But he's far behind now.
Yeah, this is definitely Osse's race to lose at this point.
Osse's skipping the vanilla big key chest. And Wesker seeing the fire rod, so that's going to be his go mode about 20 minutes behind Osse.
Osse's making his way through Turtle Rock pretty effectively. Drops the space jump there. That happens. Space jump timing in Super Metroid is kind of weird. Looks like Wesker's going to take some time and farm up super missiles from the Rippers here. Osse in the dark maze. Wesker heading through fast pillars and onto the worst room in the game. Osse's got to dip laser bridge to get a small key. So there's some blueberries. Didn't see that one. There's some arrows. Oh yeah. Okay, he got the small key he needed. And Osse is just about to Trinax. Wesker is through the, I believe that's amphitheater?
So we'll see if Wesker decides to not to get out of Lower North Fair once he beats Ridley by going back to the Lower North Fair 4.
He might not, because...
Wait, did he just pull that spike? What?
Wait, what?
He was pulling on the spike.
Why?
I have no idea. I don't even know how he was doing it without getting hurt. Oh, by the way, all we got left is to go through Ganon's Tower. In order to get through Ganon's Tower, we need to find ourselves a specific big key. And there's 22 locations for that big key. Right now, if you get your guesses in chat, 1 through 22, you could be put onto our leaderboard if you are a Speed Gaming subscriber or supporter. And doing so, you could be part of Big Box and mine's new Duel Links team we're making.
And I'm gonna go with my old standby for I'm gonna go with what I always guess. 4 always win.
Now, again, you have to be a subscriber to Speed Gaming to be on the leaderboard, or have donated 250 bits during this month.
Nailus, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
Alright, number 1 is Piece of Heart. Number 2 is our small key. He's going to go full right today, folks. Is he going to Tyler Room? Nope, he's just going to run on by. I believe there's been a lot of runs of this just to see, like, you know, what will be fastest, and I think it's been decided that going full left first always is fastest.
And this room, I believe, is why Kate of Samaria is always mandatory, no matter the pendant crystal layout.
No. It's the room in the 2 chests. And Samaritan's not always required if Big Key's on left. Now the 2... Oh, there's our plasma.
How about
now,
that?
Now, the 2 rooms of the chest has a switch. Now, see, that other thing that you were talking about could be done with bombs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a switch in the bottom left on the room to the right that doesn't say push down unless you put a can of Samara on there. By the way, that's number 7. Torch is number 7.
So I have beyond lost at this point.
Eight is our ice beam. We now have the full beam combo.
How about that?
That just made Mother Brain easy. So that was 8, 9, 10, and then this is 11. Yeah, actually, Plasma made up time for going right side. Because that just cut, what, like, the damage beams required down by, like, a 4th. 12 is a small key.
Yeah, charge wave, and he had charge wave spacer. That's I think 200 damage a shot. That's 90 charge shots to Mother Brain. Charge ice wave plasma, which he now has, is 20 shots. That's a good 2-minute save there, all on its own.
All right, we're now looking at unlucky number 13 here, which is another small key.
I see you opening up the randomizer room because you only visited in randomizers.
Oh, we got more money on 14 and 15. Bombs on 16. Map on 17. Oh boy.
And somebody who said talking about Bob does not exist in this rando because he had to be patched. Nice bonk.
Number 18!
How about that? Prawn Aquarium, I'm not sure what the bug is exactly. Oh, Kateri, you got it! Very cool. You've got 5 wins in this tournament? Nice. So Osse will now be heading up Ganon's tower. Wesker is out of Lower Norfair. He exited by the same route that Osse did. The Wesker is definitely also looking for better beams. Although Wesker does have at least 60 super missiles, so yeah, he doesn't really need it, although I don't know if he knows that. So Osse into the Gauntlet of Escalation, as I call it. Enemies, lasers, conveyors. Then you add spikes, and after that you add ice. X-Vantage, it's always someone's... Every speedrun is someone's first, so don't feel bad about asking. We love sharing what we know about this stuff. Okay, folks, looks like Katiri's having connection issues again, so I'll be flying solo for a bit. Osse going for the Samaria strats on the Wizworm room here, gets it very handily. Second Wizworm room, gets it again, very clean. Dashes up the conveyor. Oh, falling to reset position. I haven't seen that in this room before somehow. Works though. So Osse is probably... Okay, yeah, Osse is probably still looking for those silvers. Got 2 more chances to find them. Chance 1 is gone. That was just a big 20. And here we are at Moldworm 2. 1 slash. 2 slash. And Osse is up into Aga 2. Start top of the single. The Wesker is heading through Skull Woods as he's doing this. Doesn't get any there. That's another single, I think. And that might have been a triple. Yep. That was a triple, and there's a single to finish him off. Meanwhile, Wesker's as Osse's getting ready for the Aga 2 fight, Wesker is just now getting to about 2 rooms away from Mafia. So I believe each phase is 6 slashes with the butter sword. Yeah, we are beyond out of phase 2 by now. Just gotta wait for the fire bats. Now, 4 swings for phase 3. If Ganon will stop teleporting. And what's the arrow hit? Overworld, Dark World. So what could that be? Osse gets the torch glitch. Torch glitch important. Now the wind. Now, if I recall how this works correctly, you just have to. Ooh. Oh, he fell.
Okay, so Dark World. What did we not see in Dark World?
Bumper Cave was a no tech. So yeah, Chad is saying most likely it would have been Pyramid Fairy, which is vanilla, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be vanilla. Now it'll be interesting if Osse decides to check Pyramid Fairy, but he's not. He's going back in. So on the last frame, Ganon teleports. He gets a hitbox that can only be hit by spin slashes. So the 12 spin slashes. That's how that works with this with the final phase.
Thank you. It's a 1-frame window, but the length of a spin slash is such that it's not hard to hit, correct?
No, I mean, as long as you're right next to him when you hit the spin slash, you're going to be in that frame. And he's already back on phase 3.
The first 2 phases are 6 slashes each with butter sword, correct?
Either 6 or 8. I'm not quite sure on that number. By the time you see phase 3 start, you've already slashed him like 50 times. So it's like, doesn't matter.
It's the torch glitch again.
I got hit with the fire bat there. So that's 1. So he has 11 more hits to do. Now, if you want to see something crazy, this can also be done with the Master Sword, and I think it's about 48 hits.
And I know Tempered is 24, so...
If we're going to count falls again, and we got about another 20 falls for Wesker to catch up because of how deep the big key was.
And get your single G's in chat, folks, because Osse is done with Links to the Past.
So all we gotta do now is run through Turian, fight Mother Brain, and say GG.
So Osse is heading for Torian. The Gold 4 statue is automatically drained in the combo rando, so you don't have to sit there and wait for a minute or two for it.
I didn't even realize it actually sank until I saw the RBO run during GGQ.
Osse activates his plasma beam. The interesting minor time save there. If you pause and then take an elevator, when you fade back in from the pause, as soon as you touch the bottom of the screen, you'll make the transition instead of having to go off the bottom of the screen. Osse making very short work of the Metroids.
And look at those supers he has as well. He's well equipped for this.
I didn't realize he had that many. When he was farming it, really, it looked like he had capped out at 30.
He might have just stopped at 30.
Okay, so he doesn't have high jump boots, so I'd be very surprised if he goes for the baby Metroid. Yeah, because without high jump, it's so much harder that it becomes almost not worth
it. He's getting stuff hurt right now. Don't know why he didn't turn on Varia for this, but...
He did.
Oh, he did? I didn't see that. My bad.
So yeah, he doesn't even bother trying to skip it, and he made sure to face to the right, which suppresses about 45 frames of the stand-up animation after this cutscene.
In layman's term, he saved less than a second.
Looks like he's going for the moonfall here. Got it. He's got so much ammo, he might just fight the Zematites legit instead of trying the glitch.
Or he could just do the very easy ice clip right there.
The Mother Brain 1 has 3,000 HP, and it takes 18 projectiles to break the glass all the way, which you have to do before the fight will progress. Meantime, Wesker's up to heading for Trinax.
Yeah, we got about 3 minutes left of this run.
If that.
Mind you, Osse can fail during the escape, but with how well he's been playing his Super Metroid, I don't see that happening.
So Mother Brain has 18,000 health. That Charge Ice Wave Plasma is 900 damage a shot, so 20 shots. And you see there Mother Brain's Chicken Nugget attack. The onion rings.
And I warned you about getting me hungry, dude.
There's the ketchup beam, and she's also got a French fry beam, which I don't think we're going to see. And Osse is setting up for the stand-up glitch.
So while we go over the stand-up glitch, don't forget to give these guys a follow. I don't think we played these guys enough today. These are 2 of your Elite 8 in this tournament. Give them a follow. They are giving a very great show. And Wesker is not out of this yet. This was game 1 of 3. Wesker, if it wasn't for that Crystal Flask clip, it would probably have been right behind Osse this whole time, if not ahead. Don't forget to give Bachtier a follow. He knows everything about Super Metroid, as you can tell. And Mind of Me is the best tracker any commentator can have. I swear she has like an extra pair of eyes that can somehow see everything. Give her a follow too.
Yeah, and as long as we're shouting out our coworkers, your knowledge of Link to the Past supplements how much I don't know about it. And again, while we're shutting people out, let's give a shout out to Total, the madman behind the code logic that makes this work.
I think we need a total command. We have a Feasel command, but not a total command.
Yeah, total command would be great. Now, Mother Brain's third phase has 36,000 HP, and Osse is dealing damage for that phase right now. If he hadn't done the stand-up glitch, he would be stuck on the ground waiting for Mother Brain to finish killing the baby Metroid.
Yeah, so the goal here is to try and get 38 charge shots in, which he did, and so 2 more Hyper Beam shots and Mother Brain's dead.
Now that's a pretty bit. That's at least a minute of time save, I believe. Fiction 0001. Hyper Beam is 1,000 damage per shot. And Exploding Cats, thank you for the 3-month sub.
So Wesker's trying the Dark Magician strat, where you do a handful of rooms on the left, and you go full right.
Unfortunately, we know that's not going to pay off because the key is at Bob, or the artist formerly known as Bob.
Well, with going full right, he can then take the exit through the right side of. I'll point it out, but it takes you directly to the giant invisible floor room, right next to Bob.
Glitchmo Twitch. It is humanly possible, but very tight, to get 40 charge shots in during the stand-up glitch, so you don't have to fire the Hyper Beam at all.
No. If you do that, you soft lock the game. You don't want to kill her during it, so you want to do just enough.
If killing her during stand-up soft locks, I was not aware of that, because I remember playing around with the stand-up glitch casually years and years ago, and I never did. That never happened to me.
I've been told that if you kill during stand-up, hold charge while the Hyper Beam is being put on you, jump while Hyper Beam is being put on you, you cause the soft lock.
Oh yes, yeah, that's a game crash. That's a hard lock.
Okay.
Yeah, it is possible. It is humanly possible, but very tight, to fire enough shots to kill Mother Brain well before you transition to the Hyper. And with that, Osse has finished in first place with an SRL time of 3 minutes, 3 hours, 3 minutes, 18 seconds.
I was always... Osse's correcting me in chat, but I was told that you can't kill Mother Brain until with that. But anyway, so give him your GGs, and I do believe Wesker just forfeited.
He has.
Yeah. So we're gonna get both these runners here in chat. He did not go full right, but basically, if you do that and you go all the way to the right, there's a portal that takes you basically to where Bob's chest is. That would have been big key number 10 for Wesker. Anyway, we have Osse in chat now. GG, Osse.
GG.
Yeah, real quick, what we were just talking about. You can drain Mother Brain's HP to 0, but she won't die until the cutscene finishes.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, GG, Osse.
Yeah, so you can kill her all the way, and then it transitions to having Hyper Beam, and then the dying animation starts.
Yeah, that's what I always saw when I was playing around with it casually.
Yeah, in the earlier commentary, I was told by the other person that was with me that, you want 39 shots, so all you have to do is shoot her once and she's dead.
No, I go for the 40 shots, though, because it looks cooler. But I can only get it if I mess up the baby positioning and miss some of the onion shots on the baby.
Well, anyway, that was an insane siege. You guys were basically tied until you could probably guess where you got your lead at.
Yeah, that was quite a find at Dragon.
No kidding.
Yeah, no, you guys were holding hand. Wesker actually had a tiny lead on you because he skipped Ice Cave and a few other things. And so when it basically was made known that it was an AGA 1 seed and you decided there was going to be no AGA kills today for you, that's when you just broke open the lead, and then you got your boots and your mitts right after. Wesker didn't go back for that until about 30 minutes after.
Yeah, it was boots, mitts, and then I went right to the mirror. So I could just efficiently route almost everything.
Yeah, oh no, this was a close race. Like, just a few... Oh, man, if it wasn't for that Christopher Flask clip, I would think you guys would probably be a lot closer than what it was.
So, Osse, here's my standard question I ask everybody. In terms of your routing decisions, what did you feel best about?
I was feeling pretty bad about most of my decisions, to be honest.
Yeah, you did full clear Ice Palace. You did full clear Hera, and we do have Wesker in here now. GG Wesker.
Hey, thank you.
So as I was telling Osse, you did Aga. He completely skipped it.
Oh, I saw the clip, yeah, and it makes me kind of frustrates me because I was going to do the same thing. I even farmed up at the sand pit, anticipating it. I was like, well, I'll check the sand pits first. And when I saw Moon Pearl, I did save in quick. Cause I thought about it. I was like, I don't want to fall down there, run all the way back up with Moon Pearl. I was like, let me see what's in the right sand pit. So I checked, it was nothing. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. But on my way down with the Moon Pearl, I was like, oh, wait, I got Space Jump. Let me go see what's at Shack Tool real quick. Got the mushroom. I was like, okay, this isn't going to lead to nothing, but at least I'll be in Zelda. Just go ahead and do Aga. So yeah, I was almost going to, and I know if Ancient's out there, he's probably frustrated because that's one of my favorite tricks to do.
And with the items behind that clip,
oh yeah,
I mean, you guys would have been super close. In fact, there was some theorizing in chat since Osse did do Ice Palace, you completely ignored it. I mean, that would have been like a 5-minute gain right there for you. I mean, this would have been super close. And then, of course, Osse kept on breaking the game. You used the new glitch that was found by, who was it?
I think it said it was Snick.
Snick. The Frog Hallway Speed Boosterless Run.
Yeah, I saw someone do that like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. I have to look that up. I'll learn that here in a minute.
Yeah, we were like, wait, Osse, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden, you're just like walking through blocks.
To do it, you need Wave and either Space or Plasma. And so I was looking for...
So yeah, that trick was... I have not seen that before. That's
convenient.
Really impressive.
Yeah, that's convenient because Spacer was right there too.
Yeah. So I saw the Spacer, grabbed it, and then did the trick. I was also trying for the Ice Palace new trick that was found, but I missed it.
Yeah, we saw that the spin slash into the stairs.
Yeah, that one.
That would have just been amazing, showing off all the new. These games are almost 30 years old, and all the those tricks that we're talking about is actually in the vanilla game. You could do that. It's just insane.
Yeah, I actually had to check that the combo doesn't break some of these tricks. The way that it changes around some of the internals.
Yeah, I guess I'm out of the loop on all this.
Oh, you don't know? Okay, so it was discovered during AGDQ last week in Ice Palace. You know that dumb stair that's in the fireball room filled with eyes? The one that no one can walk down? If you spin slash correctly on the right side of it, you can actually clip into the stairs and walk down it.
Okay.
And it saves like 3 seconds.
Yeah, I just gotta rewatch the replay and see what all Osse did. Yeah.
Well, Osse didn't do it.
Showed them all. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll have to find the clip for you. But yeah, no, that was discovered last week with everyone was at AGDQ, everyone was discovering everything. So, so that was game 1. How do you guys feel about that one? Do you think things are going to be different for game 2?
I just always bet on Aga 1. It's just always, that's how this recent version's been. It's like always Aga. But yeah, no, it wasn't that bad, but there was, well, of course, the way I ran it, you had to do a lot of go front of Meridia, then back of Meridia, double dip Turtle Rock unless you want to hell run Lower Norfair. Yeah, it wasn't really that bad, really. Just I did do a lot of scrambling. I haven't played since the tiebreaker, and then before that, my last match. So yeah, the rust is real. Like I couldn't even spin jump at the start of Super Metroid. I couldn't figure out what was going on. If y'all noticed in Swamp Palace, I don't know if y'all noticed, I just kept running into walls and not going through doors. SRL booted me out, and I'm sitting there trying to control the D-pad with my thumb while my other's trying to log back into SRLs. I was like making sure I can log back in. Just something stupid that happened. I forgot to hit. Well, didn't forget to hit the switch. I just wasn't paying attention as I was trying to move with my D-pad.
Well, tomorrow you guys are going again, so that's going to be a fun race to be sure.
Oh yeah, I appreciate Osse being able to schedule them so quickly too. Get them out of the way. Make my funeral arrangements tomorrow.
So, Wesker, my standard question to everybody: what, in terms of your routing decisions, did you feel best about?
Oh, man, that's hard to think about right now. Oh gosh. I guess going to Swamp, I guess. I really can't answer that right now. I don't know. Finding the cane, and then I was honestly banking on Pedestal with Varia. I was. So I went ahead and cleared a Swamp, cleared Hera on my way before I went to Turtle Rock, because that was the big play in the tiebreak, and I was like, it ain't going to happen again. And sure enough, there was Varia. Yeah, I guess the decision is going Swamp before, I guess, I can't remember where else I went, but I don't know. But I put off Pod for a little bit later than I normally do, so I got that late hammer, but it is what it is.
Regardless, this was a very fun watch.
Yeah. Hey, I was in Ganon's Tower when Osse finished. I feel accomplished right there. This dude's a machine. I mean,
Yeah, that's totally fair.
I mean, I got Osse predicted to win the whole thing. So yeah. Just the fact I was in go mode, I feel accomplished. Well, I mean, like I said, I was in Ganon's Tower. I feel accomplished enough.
And as Kachiri said, it's not over. That was just game one.
Oh, it's over. But I'll try.
Confidence, man.
We're gonna bring it. We're gonna bring it. Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be tomorrow. Same combo time, same combo plays. And I think we're about ready to wrap up. Don't forget to give these guys a follow. These guys do a great job for you guys. And I don't have anything else to really say.
Yeah, I'm out of things to talk about as well.
Well, so on behalf of Speed Gaming and everyone involved, don't forget to give all 6 Speed Gaming channels plus the other languages channels a follow. Don't forget to give Bach and mine a follow, and I hope the Triforce is with all you, and see you guys next mission.
Great. This has been Big Bach. Have a great night, everybody.